Hi friend, welcome to my channel. Today I will be showing you guys how to make Haitian black rice using Madame Gougousse rice, okay? This is called Diri Djon Djon. Alright, so this is Djon Djon, okay? Djon Djon is a type of mushroom. And these mushrooms, I got them straight from Haiti. And you can actually see the difference. When I zoom in, you can see the little pieces and you can actually see that these are mushrooms. The one that you buy here from the Caribbean store, they don't look like this. You could see the difference within your eye. Like, you can really see it. If you ever looked before, like, you can see the difference. But sometimes we're not always able to get the one from Haiti, and I use the one from the Caribbean store. So if you don't have access to that one, you can use the one from the Caribbean store, okay? Because I use it sometime too. And sometimes I don't use no Djon Djon at all because I don't have it, and I only use the Djon Djon Maggie. I'll show you soon enough what I'm talking about, okay? So here I put some hot water into the Djon Djon, which is the mushroom, so that it can soak the flavor from the mushroom. And we're just going to let that sit for about 20-30 minutes overnight if possible. Then I have my pot. My pot is now at a 6-7 medium-high heat, and I'm adding my epis into the pot. If you do not know how to make epis, you should already know. In the description box, I will have a link that will direct you to the video on how to make the epis. All right, hey. So here we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our sweet peas, okay? We're going to add our peas. I'm adding the frozen ones. Some people add the ones that come from the can. I wouldn't do that, but that's your food. If that's what you want to do, then baby, you do it, okay? All right. So here I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let that cook. And this right here is the black Djon Djon. This is the Maggie Djon Djon, okay? We're also going to put that in there to give it some color and to give it some flavor. If you do not have the Djon Djon that I showed you at the beginning, you could use this. You could use like 2 to 3 cubes and it will give you that color and that flavor that you're looking for. This is found at a Caribbean store and you can usually find it at the cash register. They're usually 4 for $1, but you know everything done went up, child. They probably cost more now. I don't know, but they're usually 4 for $1 at the register. So if you're looking for them, that's where you're gonna find them, okay? Sometimes they do sell them in bulk as well, but not too many people want to buy it in bulk. They usually buy the ones at the register, okay? And it's called Diri Djon Djon. It's gonna be black and it's gonna be in that wrapper that I showed y'all earlier when I showed you the Maggie, okay? Then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna mix that into our pot until it has dissolved, okay? And you see how it's black. Is gonna give our rice that black color, okay? Especially if we don't have real Djon Djon. Now we're using this other Maggie, and you see it says hard and crumbly at the bottom. That's what it needs to say. And we're gonna use 2 cubes of that. That is called chicken flavored bouillon, but us Haitians call it Maggie, even though Maggie is the brand name. Hey, it is. We do. I don't know why we do that, but that's how we do it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna mix that into there. Then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add some parsley and some thyme. But I don't have any thyme, so I'm going to only use parsley. And this is the string that I usually use to tie up my parsley and my thyme. Okay. Then I'm going ahead and add in a bonnet pepper. Then I'm gonna take my Djon Djon that was sitting in that water and I'm going to strain it, because we don't need the actual Djon Djon itself. That's going to the trash, okay? We need that water. We need that juice, because that's what sucked the flavor and that's what's going to give our rice that black color, okay? And then I want to make sure I get all that flavor. That same bowl, I'm going to go ahead and put some water into there and I'm going to strain it again to make sure all that flavor get into my pot, so our rice can be flavorful and it can be black and beautiful, and it could be that Diri Djon Djon that we're craving, that we want to eat. All right, and don't worry about the measurements as far as water, amount of rice, the seasoning. Don't worry about don't worry about none of that, because I got you in the description box on the exact measurements, on the exact recipe. Haitians do not typically measure their food. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but when I cook, I always make sure I measure it just for you guys when I'm making a video, so you guys can know exactly how much of everything I put. All right. So now I'm going ahead and I'm adding my salt. Then you want to taste your water, okay? Your water is going to taste just like your rice, okay? So if you don't taste your water, you're not going to even know what your rice is going to taste like. And if you do taste your water and you see it's bland, add what's missing. If you see it needs some salt, add some salt. If you see it needs some more Maggie, add some more Maggie. If you feel like it need whatever, add whatever. That's why you need to taste your stuff before you go and serve it to other people, okay? So your rice is going to taste like your water. So make sure you taste that water. Then what we're going to do is we're going to wash our rice. I'm washing my rice with 3 washes, okay? If you do not desire to wash your rice and you want to put your rice straight into the pot, then baby, you go ahead and you do that. But I just like to wash my rice, okay? And let me let you guys know a little secret. You have to wait on the water, your rice water, to start boiling before you start washing your rice, okay? Because if you wash your rice and you let it sit in that water, waiting for let it sit in the water that you washed, the clean water, waiting on it to waiting on your other water that you're gonna put the rice into to boil, you're gonna have soggy rice because that water is gonna absorb, that rice is gonna absorb some of that water, that clean water that's sitting in while it's waiting, okay? So here I'm going ahead and I'm taking the rice from the bowl and I'm putting it from the bowl into the pot. And as you guys can see, I'm leaving the rice in my hand for a little bit so I don't add excess water into my pot. And I'm also adding the rice into one spot. You realize that it's all in one spot because I wanted to make a mountain. Because one trick into not getting pasty rice is if it's a mountain and it goes on top of the water, the rice goes on top of the water, as you see that it did, that means that I have enough rice to satisfy the amount of water. Okay, that means I will not have pasty rice. Okay, so now I'm just going ahead and I'm putting my spoon, I'm scraping all the way to the bottom. When I'm mixing this, I'm scraping my spoon all the way at the bottom, and then I'm also looking for any clumps and bumps like this. Baby, this is not the time to be united. Y'all need to go ahead and break up right there, because this little relationship not going to work out. Okay, you want to make sure too much of your rice is not stuck together. They all need to be individual. Okay, ain't no relationship right here. Okay, everyone is for themselves. We ain't trying to nah. When you by yourself, don't do all that now. Okay. All right, so here we're gonna go ahead and we'll mix it, and I'm gonna show you guys another trick that I do to make sure that you don't get pasty rice. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your spoon and you're gonna stick it to the pot. You won't see what I mean when I say stick it. And if it's standing by itself and it do not fall like this, you see, I'm not touching that and it's not falling, that means that I have enough rice to satisfy the amount of water that I have, and I'm not gonna have pasty rice. Okay, all right, that's another trick. All right, so then when you see the rice start getting like this, you guys, it's about time to start toothing the rice. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add a little bit of butter, and I'm gonna add some black pepper, ground black pepper. You could add G-Wolf if you want to, but I don't be liking to add G-Wolf because everybody know when you add that G-Wolf to your food and you eat and you get a piece of that G-Wolf, you be wanting to throw the whole food away. So I think it's better to add a little ground pepper. Okay, but sometimes I do add the G-Wolf. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Okay. So now it is time to suffocate the rice. You see how I don't really have any water left, but the rice is still kind of wet. That's when you know it's time to suffocate your rice. And this is called touffe. Touffe, I don't know another way to say it in English. Touffe literally means suffocate. So we're going to put the rice from a 6 to 7 to a 3. We lower the heat and we're going to suffocate it. We put some aluminum foil. You could put a bag. You could put some saran wrap, and we close it, and you're going to let it sit for 45 minutes and cook with that 3 heat. Then after 45 minutes, baby, oh baby, we got it. The rice is done. And when you're taking off the top of the rice after it's been sitting for 45 minutes, make sure you be careful, because just from the steam, you could get burned, okay? And I don't want y'all to get burned, because I done got burned like that before. So I always make sure I tell y'all so y'all don't be a victim of the same thing I experienced. And boom, there you have it, you guys. Diri Djon Djon with Madame Gougousse rice. In other words, black rice with Madame Gougousse rice. Hey! Thank you guys for watching. Do not forget to like. Do not forget to comment. And baby, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching.